Have you ever been in a situation where you had to follow the rules in order to get something you wanted? Like, for example, if you go out for ice cream, but you have to do your chores before you can go get the ice cream. That's a bummer. But I mean, it happens, right? Well, our story today is about a guy who got to have something pretty cool, but he had to follow the rules if he wanted to keep it. Now, before I tell you the name of the guy, which you're probably all gonna know, I need to tell you just a little bit about his parents, all right? His dad was named Manoah, and he had a wife. The problem is they couldn't have any kids for a long time. Now, that doesn't mean a lot to maybe you and me, but it was a big deal, all right? It caused them a lot of sadness. Until one day an angel of the Lord came to them and said, "You are gonna have a baby, but this baby is gonna be dedicated to the Lord. And because of that, he can't do two things. He's not allowed to drink wine or cut his hair, ever." Can you imagine never cutting your hair? That would be crazy. I mean, it would grow and grow. You'd probably like trip over it, right? I mean, you'd probably be walking around outside one day and like the birds are like, oh, there's a place to nest. The birds would come like nest in your hair. Like, that would be crazy. I mean, I'm kidding, right? But that would be pretty funny if you never cut your hair. But that was the rule, never cut your hair, and you're not allowed to have wine. Now, let's think about that in terms of something maybe you and I understand. I know, soda. What if you could never, ever drink soda? Ever, right? You would go to a party and your friend's like, yeah, let's have some soda. You want a ginger ale? And you're like, no, I'll take water. Like, that would be a bummer, right? But here's the deal. When the baby was born, sure enough, never cut his hair, never drank wine. And maybe you know the baby's name. It was Samson. And Samson grew, and the Lord blessed him. Now, before you feel too bad for him having long hair, his long hair gave him something pretty special, all right? As long as he obeyed the rules and didn't cut his hair, he had superhuman strength. I mean, strength, like big muscles. Not like little muscles. I'm talking big muscles, all right? He was strong. Now, I bet you only think of like superheroes in like comic books. And I don't know how Samson looked. Like, maybe he didn't have big muscles. Maybe he was just strong, but he didn't look strong. I don't know. But one day he's walking down the road and a lion comes out and attacks him. And we're told in the book of Judges that Samson killed the lion with his bare hands, all right? I'm scared to pick up like a lizard. Can you imagine killing a lion with your bare hands? That's crazy. It's pretty amazing how God uses normal people to do amazing things. Did Samson choose to have superhuman strength? No. He didn't like pray one day like, "Dear Jesus, please make me really, really strong." No. God just chose him. All right, he was a normal guy like you and like me, which means God can use anybody. He can use you and he can use me. We just have to follow and obey him, right? And when we follow and obey God, there is nothing that he cannot do. We'll see you next week for more on the life of Samson.